Are you there? Well, we doing this again. Number 3. This better work this time.
Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25.
Hey, we both got the same number. We both got 5, bro. Hey, me and Kyle playing against each other in our fantasy league in the playoffs right now. I don't remember everybody he got going, but yeah, we in the playoffs. See you, Zeke.
Prescott on first down.
Fine.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First
already,
drive,
Marcus.
Number 5.
Already.
The focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass
Man, there
rush.
ain't no luck about
terrific
that.
Coverage where they are plastered to the receivers. And then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
12.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got him already. I mean, you say that, but it's a long game, Marcus. Oh, is that right now?
Move it up, fellas. Go ahead. 6.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
See how I want to get you this time.
Now the Georgia Southern man.
Oh, that's that guy came off the block.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He was like, nah, I ain't about that.
On third
He's
down
like, I ain't about that life
formation here
today.
defensively.
I got you.
They run it with McKinnon.
Oh!
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop
right
it.
back at him.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
21. I was out with some friends, but nah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, he gets hurt a lot already, though. Like, every game he gets hurt for me. Yeah, I guess it's realistic, but...
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. Really been an ideal
What's
start
that?
for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that's
Just a little short. It's all right. I'll get it right here.
All they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here we go.
A second down throw for Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted
didn't want
to.
that
He was
throw. That
right
was
up
going
in his
right-
grill.
right
I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
God damn.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Oh, shit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
I kind of had a feeling when I let that go. I was like, oh, shit.
What I thought that had to be... Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards?
You can have one, Marcus.
Sounds like you're watching
you
your own game
one,
film
but
up here
you
in
ain't
your
gonna
head.
get two.
You know, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The
Right, it's a long game,
49ers
Marcus.
offense making
It's
its
a
way
long
back out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
21.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six.
There we go.
Oh, he's got a man right open, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
You can't put man coverage on the 95
Marquise
speed.
Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
You had man coverage on 95 speed, man.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Can't be doing all that.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
What's up?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Oh, I don't know. Might be a little bit. Yeah.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter.
You didn't want to throw that ball.
Sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the wrong pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
21.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. But for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Garoppolo looks to throw, being chased out left. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
You got so lucky on that.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I'd go for that, though.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Big spot, Marcus.
Here we go, hurry up.
Don't stop it, or I'm going to keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Gun.
Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle to Garcon.
Go.
Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
What do you know about Pierre Garcon?
And how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
And do shit
it's
real
now
live,
21-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A
They'll
nice
love you
inside
some Zeke,
run.
though.
Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
47.
Oh, shit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
A
first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56, right there, 56. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Oh, shit.
He finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down, Prescott. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, shit. I had you on that one. I knew you were going to run it again after that last one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Oh, shit.
Tavon Austin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
I had the coverage over there.
Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown.
All right, I still got 7 on you.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Garoppolo,
I'm actually surprised I had enough time to throw it.
This first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. 6.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it deep for Garçon. Looking for Garçon. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
All right, so that.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game.
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
I'm mad at you.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Austin's got it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Getting a little something going over here, I see.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll get this back to the 32.
Hey, you know that one just was all bad, right?
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just
you know that one was all bad, right?
He threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
13.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw.
Oh,
Looking for Garçon, and it's
God.
intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Jimmy. That didn't go anywhere near what I was trying to do.
Following the interception. Here's Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get two guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump down to McKenna, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, my.
There's one incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Hey, do I need to bench somebody,
Too much mustard
Marcus?
there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp,
He's getting
strong.
a little
didn't lead to a completion.
jittery
Made
right
it very
now.
difficult.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Well, fellas, here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. They're able to find Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Go ahead. 11.
Garoppolo again. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I got you.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
31-21. It's only the first half.
We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
How come my guy didn't take a shot at that?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
What was that? Get up!
And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff
I got out of the end zone.
Just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice
For
first
me,
half that we've had, guys.
how come my guy couldn't hold on to the ball in the first place?
We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
They gonna get the safety, Marcus.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
A carry here with a big tight end. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Probably the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They go to Elliott again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Hey, what am I doing, Marcus?
It's simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Prescott on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
White. Hey, block 28. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. Room to run
come
inside
on.
the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players,
I don't like you no
they
more,
really don't
Marcus.
care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
Yes!
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
21.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Hurry up. Keep on the floor, yeah. Keep.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught left side, Garcon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Quick handoff. It's Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Seven consonants, one vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
All right, Marcus.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Okay, Marcus.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Niners, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All right, y'all. Until next time, this is Execution Double 9 with Omaha.